So 1 year ago, Alchemy Stars launched, and I've been actively playing it ever since. It's got really cool character designs, really interesting combat elements, and overall, I've just been impressed by the game's constant development. Now, back when first Alchemy Stars launched, I actually made a video about it, and the reception was really good. So just recently, the developers reached out to me and wanted to support my channel because of the next big upcoming thing in this game, which I'm really grateful for. And if you're interested in coming back to or playing Alchemy Stars, make sure to use my link in the description, and don't forget to use this special gift code to reclaim awesome rewards. Now, the big thing that's happening in Alchemy Stars is the first anniversary it's celebrating. This is gonna be one big massive celebration. The theme of the anniversary is called Splendor Illumina, and it's gonna be debuting this awesome looking character called Reinhardt. In fact, when you're watching this video, the anniversary is already happening, and there's a lot more new stuff added into it. But if you haven't played the game, or you still haven't really figured out what it's about, let me just give you a quick introduction about it. So, the main gameplay loop is by bringing 5 characters called Aurorians into battle. Now, this isn't really a turn-based game or an action game. It's actually really unique, and I haven't seen it before anywhere else. Now, the battle stage, as you see, is divided into these square shapes, and there's 4 possible colors. Also, a fun fact, I actually can't really tell apart some of the colors, so the game does offer a colorblind mode, and I'm really grateful when games have these modes. So normally this is how the game would look like for people who can tell the colors apart, but for me, we're gonna be looking at some of the shapes here. Now, one of your characters will be set as a leader, which you can see on the board, and then all you have to do is just pick one of the adjacent squares and start dragging along the same color it connects to the other squares. And that's basically the whole main mechanic of the game. The longer the same color line you're able to drag around, the more powerful the attacks are going to be, because you see, every single character who matches the element will also be attacking the nearby enemies they're going to be passing through. And after you end the whole connection, depending on how many squares you connected, most of these characters will also perform their own special attacks at the end. But if that's not enough, each character also have their own active skills, which can be activated from the right side of the screen. And let me tell you, the amount of combos you can come up with is actually kind of amazing. Like this team, for example, which I've been using since the game's launch, and I've been really enjoying it. It's a mono yellow or mono thunder team that focuses well on yellow tiles. So literally everyone on the yellow line will always attack when passing through the enemies. And for example, this character Michael, which I really enjoy using, her active skill will let her teleport anywhere on the battle stage. And after she lands, she also deals massive damage to nearby enemies. So I really like using her when I can see that I'm not really in a favorable position when I'm trying to connect the yellow tiles, or you know, if I just want to finish off the enemy and just be done with the stage. Also in my team there's Eve. She's really scary because what she does is that her active skill will unleash 25 bullets to nearby enemies, and if the enemy dies, she just switches to the next nearby target. So it's pretty satisfying to take out like a couple of targets in a single skill activation. Oh, and one last thing I forgot to mention, since as I said, when you're done dragging the characters through the single line, they will also perform a special attack they have. Now, this attack depends on how many tiles or squares you connected, and for example, Michael is go big or go home type of character, because the first special attack ending at 2 tiles will be really small, but if you connect 9 tiles, it suddenly grows in size. And finally, at 12 tiles, the attack becomes at its most deadly form. So yeah, lots of different things interacting here. It just feels really satisfying to complete like a 12 or 13 or even 15 tile combo, because after you get 15 tiles, you also enter in this fiesta mode or whatever it's called, and then you get an extra chance to make a new line. So for me, it's really satisfying to make these big massive attacks at the end. Now, hopefully this small crash course was enough for you. Maybe if you're playing the game, I'm sorry if I had to waste your time here, but hopefully at least you got to see my own team I made. But actually, let's just go back to the anniversary because I'm really excited to talk about it. First of all, what's an anniversary without lots of rewards? And the keyword here in this anniversary celebration is a lot. Now, I hope you're holding on to your chair or sofa or somewhere else you're standing, because Alchemy Stars will be giving away 100 free summons. Like, literally, you're getting 10 free multiples. If you took a break from the game, or you're considering to start playing it, this is basically the best time to do it. I mean, the best way to summarize my feelings about this event is by just taking a look at the Twitter post they made. Everyone's super excited about the free summons. And why wouldn't you? Because there's 3 new characters, and you're gonna be able to summon for them. The first new character we've got is Reinhardt, who's gonna be leading this anniversary. This is someone who is a heavy hitter, and if you play the game, there's a character called Hero from the Forest Element who hits like a truck. Well, Reinhardt doesn't shy away and also deals a lot of damage. And on a lighter note, while her title is the Grand Marshal, who is supposedly very rebellious, she's actually very affectionate and sacrificial, which seems kinda cool. And if you like the game's lore, well, she's Forsaken's sister. Now also, 2 characters are getting their alternative versions, one of which is Vice, called Keen Sight. Now Vice is someone you actually get at the beginning of the game. She's a starter character from the water element, and she served her purpose as a sniper for me in the early to mid game. This new version of Vice also is from the water element, and she specializes on locking on to a single target, and then dealing massive amounts of damage with her timeless marks. I really like this idea of introducing a character that already exists, but also at the same time offers an entirely new playstyle. Now, the other character who's getting their own alternative version is Barton. Unlike Vice, he's going to be from a different element, because originally Barton was from water, but now this guy is from the forest, and he looks really awesome. Now, he's really unique. He doesn't actually have an active skill. Instead, he will be building up his lone energy, and by getting enough of it, he will enter into a so-called lone state, which will increase his attack range and damage. So I would say you could think of him as a guy who just wants you to do a lot of combos with forest elements. Now, I did read up a little bit on his lore, and it seems to be his hands got crystallized because of a corrosion. And what's funny about his character description is that he used to be very pompous, you know, very so full of himself. But now he is more modest than before, but only to a certain degree. Anyway, so these are the new characters in the anniversary. Now, another new major addition added into the game with the anniversary is the Cloud Garden system. The game already has a housing system called the Colossus, where other characters live in it and you can place furniture in there and gather resources. But this new system is more of a unique take on having your own personal area. In fact, since you're playing as the leader of the game, this is your home. And once you're inside the Cloud Gardens, you can control your very own character. You can run around, gather materials by cutting down the trees or mining. Then you can use these materials to craft exclusive Cloud Gardens furniture, and there's like tons of furniture for you to collect. And of course, you can place the furniture and customize your Cloud Gardens. There's also a really interesting system of nurturing this unique tree by buying these tree seeds from the store, and in the process when you're nurturing it, it can actually mutate and you can collect lots of different trees. But that's pretty much the most major things I can see from the anniversary right now. Now I just want to talk about Alchemy Stars in general, because while the anniversary is super nice, the reason I've been playing this game for so long is because the updates in general were very constant, and believe it or not, but the game is extremely free to play friendly. I mean, you can even see from the anniversary rewards you're getting 10 multiples here. The character progression is also really satisfying because each character has this like last ascension stage where once you fully awaken the character, they also gain new artwork, and it's something that I really enjoy doing when I'm focusing on my next new character I want to level up. And for example, the gameplay right now I'm showing with Reinhardt, like this character looks absolutely busted, right? But in reality, I think the game actually has really good balance. And even though it hurt my heart to replace Michael with Reinhardt, I'm really enjoying right now what Reinhardt has to offer. So yeah, I've been really satisfied with the Alchemy Stars journey so far. And speaking of which, the developers also shared with me their development roadmap. Now, I'm not allowed to say much, but in July, there's gonna be a major collab happening, and there's gonna be a new collab character, and more details will get revealed later in June. And as for the collab itself, well, all I can say it has to do with shadows and good music. And even though Cloud Gardens had just been added, in July there's gonna be a fishing system, in August there's gonna be a decoration system upgrade, and September is gonna have some kind of a mini gathering game. Now, for new special gameplay modes, in August there's gonna be a multi-team gameplay, and in November there's gonna be a Halloween special event. So a lot of new things are gonna be coming next into the game. And if you wanna hear more what's coming next in Alchemy Stars, there's a developer interview video I left in the description box below. But that's pretty much it. Again, I'm really grateful that the developers wanted to support my channel, and if you haven't done already, I'd really appreciate if you could check out Alchemy Stars by using my link in the description or checking out their social media links. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope to see you next time.